can handle this myself.
Is this the guy?
I'm positive it's the guy, but if you really want to see what I got...
Has he been read his rights?
Of course.
Then all I need is a moment.
Or some sleep. Like I said, you've been through enough. They shouldn't have brought you back so soon. It hasn't been that long. Look, I'll be in the other room, all right? Someone's got to tell this to the lieutenant.
Thanks, but yeah, I don't smoke. Heard those things could kill you. But this is just what I needed. I love this song. It's very reminiscent of better times.
Nonsense. Haven't you heard? There's no better time to be alive than right now.
My generation says otherwise. Just wait, you're young. Pretty soon you'll be in my position and feeling nostalgic.
What's so nostalgic about?
A woman, Mr. Fetch. Isn't it always about a woman?
Didn't paint you as a romantic.
I was a married man once. How about you? You married?
I was. Your wife. Where is she now?
6 feet under, Fetch. How about your wife?
You say your wife's 6 feet under. Can you elaborate?
I don't know what else would be of importance. How about kids? You look like a family man.
Did you kill her?
Is this what they taught you at Hedon's? The key to a good interrogation, good cop, bad cop, offer him a cigarette and he'll tell you all his secrets?
Not quite.
It all just seems a bit strategic. Hear you're a big hotshot detective out in these parts.
It's a small town. If you have a problem with my method, how would you approach it then?
Well, you can start by not asking questions you already have the answers to.
It's my job to be as objective as possible.
Please don't act like my fate hasn't already been decided, Detective. I find the lie insulting. I see it all too well. The fire in your eyes and the blood boiling in your veins simmers behind a curtain of whatever moral code you think you have.
My distaste for irrational, impulsive decision is the reason why I'm on this side of the table.
I admit, I'm a victim of my own nature. But please don't misunderstand me. I don't judge you, for lack of a better words, your humanity. I just mean to point out that in this case, despite your best efforts, there's a complete lack of objectivity.
You think you can do better?
It's all relative, really. But I've thought about it, and in this case, yeah, I could do better.
Okay, I'll bite. Go on.
It all boils down to 2 simple questions.
I'm listening.
Well, first I would ask a man why he's innocent.
That's nothing that hasn't been done before.
I wasn't done, Fetch. I'd first ask a man why he's innocent. But then I'd ask him to imagine a scenario where he'd be guilty.
To what purpose?
You can tell a lot about a man that way. It's very important in life to know why you're right, but also why you might be wrong. I find that this question usually catches a person off guard. You see, it takes a particular type of person to carry out a particular type of crime.
Well then, let's put your method into practice. I promise to keep an open mind, and by the end of this conversation, I should know either you're a good man or not.
Good? There's no such thing, Detective. There's only truth.
Then, speak the truth.
Why am I innocent? Let me rephrase the question. Why am I here? You see, there's only one cardinal and intrinsic rule to strike fear into humans. Bear with me, let me explain. Let's say you're in a forest. It's dark. All you can see are the shadows of the trees around you. So, you're blanketed in darkness. You hear a sound. Could have been a branch or a bird, but your mind trails to something far more sinister. Logical thing would be to assume the latter, but yet, we paint a picture to fill the void. You see, fear is a scary thing, Detective. It's a master manipulator for what can't be seen.
Is to be imagined.
Correct.
Fair enough. But now, for the more interesting part, Mr. Strach. As I've been briefed, in the past 6 months there's been 15 homicides. All of them being linked together, and all of them somehow being linked to you. I promise to keep an open mind. You say you're a misunderstood man, and I want to believe that. I now pose the question, as you would in my place. Imagine a scenario in which you can murder one person without any negative consequences. How would you do it?
That's simple, I wouldn't.
That's not how this works. You said
That I would tell you to imagine a scenario, which I am. I wasn't finished yet. To murder someone I hate? That would be too kind. You see, there's other ways to kill someone. Hypothetically speaking, let's say there's a man with a beautiful wife. The kind of wife that means everything to him. One day the man comes home from work, finds the light of his life in bed with another man. Let's call that man Jim. So the man, in the moment, he does nothing. He sits there while his wife explains that he's the reason that their marriage is falling apart.
why so patient?
Because he knows better. A man very passionate in his resolve. A man who knows that a crime of passion doesn't need to be explosive.
Of course.
So he packs his belongings, and he says to Jim, I'm gonna rip everything you love from your life for this.
And the cheating man's response?
He laughs in his face.
So then what?
So fast forward, and as you would expect, they got a divorce, and she married Jim.
And the man?
The man waits. He gathers information on his newfound enemy. A divorcee himself. One that left him with a child from his previous marriage. Turns out his son's a family man too. You see, he didn't act in the moment. He knew he couldn't kill him then. Because the knife that hits the hardest is the one you can't see coming. So he tracks down the man's only son. Finds out he's a bit of a workaholic who's quite famous around these parts.
His son?
Settle down, Fetch. It's just a story.
Seems like you're full of stories.
So one night, while workaholic son's out doing what he does best, the man slips into his house. His wife and child are asleep as expected, so he starts with his wife. Slits her throat from ear to ear and almost takes her head clean off. Shall I go on, Fetch? You look ill. I'm gonna go ahead and take your silence as a yes. So he moves on to the son. Fills a bathtub, pulls him out of bed, dunks his head in. Put up quite a bit of fight, that kid. His father would be proud. A man who's lost it all should never be underestimated.
Archie, get in here!
That was Jim's first mistake.
Get a unit to my father's house!
Why?
Just do it!
Oh, man! This should never get sold.
Can't say I relate. Killing without purpose? It's not my style.
If you say so. You're just as much a twisted man as I am. Now, you gotta hand me that evidence.
The job's not done yet.
It is for me, alright? We made a deal. You can handle the rest of the shit yourself.
I already have.